Hi, welcome back to Breaking Bricks. I'm your host, Neil. This is week 16 of my Clone Wars mock. You know, we've worked on this for quite a bit, and I've hit a problem with bricks. Definitely on this build. I really pushed my building limits to the extreme with how much I have in the room to use. Remember, I always try to build these builds with the majority of what I have. I only allow myself a small budget towards what I'm doing, and I've definitely exceeded it for this. No doubt about that, you know, because rechargeable batteries just in their own right are expensive. But I digress. Let's get into something else. I hope everybody had a great May 4th weekend. Star Wars dropped, Tales of the Underworld. Wow, I was impressed with all 6 episodes. I was really entertained. I enjoyed Asajj Ventress coming back from the dead and her realizing that you can't chase Quinlan Vos. It also felt like, I think those stories started after the Bad Batch simply because, let's be honest, we didn't see the Stormtrooper helmet in that one. It was the TK helmet in between the clone and the Stormtrooper helmet. Hey, Lego, we need some of those minifigures for our builds. Come on, give us some of those other Stormtroopers, those TK troopers in between at the beginning of the Empire. We need those. But anyway, if you got to the Lego store over the weekend, you know, they had more clones. What can I say, man? You know, I definitely went and got mine, you know, the Clone Cadet Pack for Camino Training Center here. You know, it doesn't look like it's a whole lot there, but it is quite a build, and everybody's hot to get it. You had from the 1st to the 5th to get it, and hopefully you got yours, and if you didn't get there, maybe you'll get lucky and find one down the line. May 4th weekend, every year they do some kind of special like this. You know, I am kind of choosy about the ones that I get, and they have to have a minifigure for me. So that's what's important for me. So anyway, as you caught the second part of Endor, I have finally, you know, 4, 5, and 6. I was still impressed with that. You know, wasn't bored at all. I enjoyed Star Wars content. Man, they're just dumping it on us. And yesterday, hey, even more. So I got to catch up with those episodes, and I'm getting ready to do that as soon as I finish up here. But anyway, let's get into this build. Well, my friends, you know, last week we got this done. I was talking about possibly getting that done this week, but I actually kind of want to work on that one and get that one up to par and kind of get these close to being done before I focus on that. This way I know exactly what I've got left in brick. I mean, that one is halfway built now, so let's just go ahead and get that done. If we can get that done, we can get some detailing done, and if we can get all that done, maybe we'll move on down there. I mean, I might even just get that wall up to par with this one and move down there and then come back to these later. I don't know, it depends on what the mood is when I get there, but we're going to get that one done to look at least like this first. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to continue on with this wall here on this side, just like we did on the other side. Same height, same mechanical workings, just the other way. Let me pop my top. Now overall, I try to use the same colored blocks, the dark tans, to just give it a look like the sand is kind of crawling up the wall a little bit. And of course, after going through it the first time, it's always a little easier the second time. Time to detail this. The back side of the wall is a little bit more mechanical.
And we don't want to overthink it. And the outside is just armor. Now we can finish detailing the front. Just overall spreading a little bit of color here and there. Add a few more details that I forgot to add earlier. You kind of get the last minute details together. Time to add some more troops. Overall, when you start to do this, you kind of have to have an idea where you want to put them. I never really truly know until I start to get them in. And there you go.
All right, my friends, we've taken it as far as we're going to take it this week. But, you know, some news has come to me, and it kind of sucks. That, you know, I've been rushing to try to get this stuff done and accomplished in a short amount of time because I was planning on taking this to Brickfest Cleveland at the end of May, the 1st of June. But that has been canceled. So at that point, my plan was to take it to Columbus, which I was still booked from in January, has also been canceled. So there is no show that I am taking this to. It is a last-ditch effort. You know, I was checking out Brick Convention, who's normally in Berea, up in Northeast Ohio, and they're not even bothering to come here this year. So that kind of leaves me high and dry with a place to take this. But hey, we're going to go ahead and just finish this build up. You know, that means I can probably work the rest of it in a different way. I don't know if I'm going to continue building it the way I have been because it's brick intensive to do it this way. And really, you know, all I've got to do is kind of fill it in with some more stuff in here and finish the cave and get all that done, and we're kind of done. So we're going to go ahead and get this stuff finished up so we can move on to a new build and a new building season. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got done. All right, so we had to finish this wall this week. So we definitely got that done. And, you know, I came up with a really bright, smart idea. We put the battery packs in here. Everything works now. All 9 motors within this build are operational at this point. And, of course, we've got some more figs in here. Some more troops. Some classic sets there. And this is a clue to what else I'm putting into this build. But we went ahead and got all the rest, some more troops in. We still got more to go. And we're going to be firing up that smoke machine here soon and getting all the motors going. We still got a lot more to do, just so much more to do. But we're going to focus there next week, I think. I'm pretty positive of that because there's really not a lot more to do other than work out here. So we're going to focus in there, and we'll probably start with that breakaway room right there. Well, my friends, if you like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that like button. It lets me know I did a good job, and of course, it helps the algorithm suggest this kind of content to anybody that might be into it. And of course, you got a good idea for a build, future build, just want to talk Lego, Star Wars, or just anything at all, go ahead and put that down in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And of course, we cannot grow here as a family unless you hit that subscribe button. It takes you a mere half a second to smash it. Just smash it, smash it, smash it. And but for me, it does mean an awful lot. I'll see you here next time on Breaking Bricks.